Wow, blanking on his name. Do you know who it stars?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston.
God, why did I forget that? I'm so sorry, Bryan. You're my dude. I know who you are.
My dude. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to On Our List.
Hi.
I'm Gabby.
And it's Malaika.
And today we're going to talk about some of our favorite shows. So we haven't talked about TV yet on our channel, but I'm a TV addict.
Fanatic.
I love TV. Yes. I think TV is surpassing film in terms of entertainment quality.
Oh yeah.
There's so many good shows out. Like I have a list and list of them, and we're only going to talk about 2 each today of our favorites. But I literally kid you not, I have a list like this long of the shows I watch. Like it's ridiculous.
TV shows are becoming more cinematic.
Some of our joint favorite shows, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
So good.
Game of Thrones.
But This Is Us for me. Do you watch This?
I do like This Is Us, but I'm very behind, so I don't think I can say This Is Us.
But you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it and I love it. We both like Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Okay, I'll just read you off I'm gonna read you off my list of our favorites. So we said Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Stranger Things. This Is Us.
Yes.
The Crown.
Love The Crown. Also Behind.
Z, The Beginning of Everything. Love that. Black Mirror. Also
bit, yes.
so good. How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes.
Viola Davis. Yes. Timeless, which got canceled and then brought back. And it's now in its 2nd season. And I like it. I like time travel shows, and it's about history, and I like history. Big Little Lies.
Big Little freaking Lies.
So good.
I love it.
The Good Place with Kristen Bell, which is
but
so
it's on
funny,
my list.
and you would
It's
love
on
it.
my list.
The Good Doctor, which is also great. And then I have some on my list that I haven't seen yet that we're going to talk about. Ozark is one of them.
Ozark.
We're going to talk about that today.
I've been watching Ozark.
She's been watching it. I'm going to start it like very soon. So those are just some. It's not even all of them.
But we watch a good amount of TV.
Yeah.
It's harder now to like really get into it, but I used to. I don't know. I just don't have as much time now, but I used to really everything.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and Queer Eye, which are like 2 of my favorites right now.
And I'm going to talk about Shameless and Breaking Bad, which are also 2 of my favorites. Both I don't currently watch, but I used to watch.
Yeah.
And I love.
And they're both, my shows are very different.
I like dramas.
I like drama too, but like...
I picked dramas and you picked comedies.
Yeah. So...
even though I do want to watch Queer Eye, I just haven't done it.
We'll go back and forth.
Okay.
So I'll start with The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is a Amazon original series. It won a bunch at the Golden Globes.
Right, I heard.
Rachel Brosnahan is a goddess, and she plays Midge Maisel, who's the main character. And just very quick, brief synopsis. It's set in like the 50s in New York. 50s, 60s New York. I think it'll go into the 60s. Right now I think we're in the 50s. I could be wrong about that though, but 40s, 50s, 60s. Okay. And she is a Jewish woman, and she is married to her husband Joel, and they have a beautiful, perfect life, like perfect marriage. Like they live on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, like very wealthy, like really good families, have 2 kids. And one day Joel just decides to call it quits and like I love somebody else, and like leaves Midge. And he's been trying to like get into comedy, so she goes to the comedy club that they've been going to, and she's been very supportive of him, like writing down all his jokes and whatever. And she gets drunk and does a set up at the comedy club and like kills it. And basically the whole season is like her like realizing that she's so funny. And she becomes the comedian, and like she finds herself like as a single woman, and like is really like she's like, I am not getting back together with you, like I am gonna do this by myself, like I am okay. And like I love it. First of all, Rachel Brosnahan is such a strong female lead in this, and she's so good. The writing is so spectacular. So the show was created and I think produced by Amy Sherman Palladino and her husband, who created Gilmore Girls and wrote Gilmore Girls. And Gilmore Girls has that like fast quality tone about it, and there were some characters like this. But I didn't want to start watching Gilmore Girls till like 2 years ago. Olivia Mentor, you made me watch Gilmore Girls, and I love it. It's like my favorite, and so this reminds me of it in a way, but set like very far back.
Mm-hmm.
And I love time period shows. Also, like it's like kind of my guilty thing.
You do.
I really do. But I love it, and it's such a good show, and it's set in like this era of New York that like I wish was still around, and it's hilarious. And Rachel Brosnahan, like you would think she's a comedian because like her timing and delivery on these jokes and like having to act that is great. So I love The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I think there's currently 8 episodes out on Amazon Prime. There's definitely going to be a second season.
Am I really going to watch
It's so good.
I don't know why I don't enjoy watching. I watch comedies, but I don't really watch a lot of comedies.
But this one's so funny. Like,
I know, I've heard this for a very long time. This one's like spit your drink out funny. Okay.
Like my Nana can't get over it.
Really?
Yeah.
She loves it too?
She loves it. My mom loves it. There hasn't been somebody who I haven't
Danielle
recommended
likes
this
it
to.
too. Danielle's
It's
not really
so
a TV
funny.
girl.
It's just like she's like, because Midge is such a strong female character, and like she doesn't give a shit about like what other people think, and like it's like she'll say little things, and like these little quirks are so funny. And then like her manager, and I'm forgetting the actress's name right now. She's also so funny, and like there's like times where she's like, what the fuck, and like she just like says funny things all the time, and it's not like, it is Amazon, so like they aren't censored like they are on TV.
I like that.
And so it's funny. It is so funny.
Okay. All right. So Breaking Bad isn't on TV anymore, but if you've seen Breaking Bad, which a lot of people have, have you seen?
I haven't seen any of Breaking Bad.
Do you know what Breaking Bad's about at all?
Kind of. Like there's like a meth.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you the quick. Breaking Bad stars Bryan Cranston, who is a chemistry teacher, I think, or science teacher at the beginning of the show, and he has cancer, and he has a wife. He has a son who has cerebral palsy. He's like a teenager, and his wife, I think she's pregnant at the time, or she's just had the baby. I can't remember. So he's dying, and he's accumulating all these medical bills, and he wants to find a way to make money to leave for his family. So he decides, because he's like a chemist, he's gonna cook meth. And he gets this kid, Jesse, who's played by Aaron Paul, who I love frickin' Aaron Paul. And they kind of become partners. Now that's just how the show starts. And it's just it just turns into this whole thing. And he becomes this other person. His character he's called Walter White, that's his name.
Yeah.
He becomes this known drug dealer guy who makes this really high percentage methamphetamine, and they call him Heisenberg, not the Heisman, that's the football thing, Heisenberg. And it's a really dark show, but it's so
I like dark shows.
Do you? Because it's kind of dark.
No, I like dark shows.
Because some people think they like it and then they don't.
I like everything.
You would like it because you watch Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is kind of dark. There's a lot of death. So if you can handle death, you can handle Breaking Bad.
Yeah. It's just a time thing.
Yeah. I didn't start watching the show till it had been on for 3 seasons on Netflix.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Because it's been out so people would know, and I don't care. Does he die at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
No, it is, but you're kind of you did a lot of shitty things, Walter. But it's so
So if he doesn't become a martyr for In Your Eyes, you don't think?
A little bit. Do you know the end?
No. Not at all. Am I leading to it?
No, but yes, he kind of saves Jesse.
Okay.
So he kind of he's not really a martyr, but he kind of is. But anyway, see Walter towards the end, you kind of start to lose your love for him. I still at the end liked him, but I didn't feel sadness when he died.
Interesting.
Great show though, really well. I've already said it. Really well written. Just has this arc. You get to see these characters have a really nice arc. I think it was on for 5 seasons, and it is just. It's one of the best shows I think we've had on television. I think anybody who's seen it would probably say the same.
I'm gonna watch it.
So you should give it a go.
It's on there. When I have a break in school, I'll watch it.
Yeah. And you guys watch it too. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad or
if you haven't seen The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, watch it.
Yeah.
So where can you watch the Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad is on Netflix, so you should be able to watch it there.
So Amazon Prime, Netflix. If you're a millennial, you probably have both. The next show we're going to talk about is Queer Eye. Okay.
You don't really have to convince me because I am going to watch this.
Queer Eye it's a reboot of the old show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Now it's just called Queer Eye. It is brilliant, okay? It is like my favorite show ever. It's a reality show, and like I'm really not a reality show person. I do not watch Real Housewives. I do not watch game shows. I do not watch The Voice or American Idol. Like, I don't watch The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. I actually think The Bachelor and The Bachelorette are so stupid, and you can hate me for that, but I don't like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. The only show I watch is Keeping Up with the Kardashians, because I think it's kind of funny, and it's the Kardashians, whatever. But I love Queer Eye. It is like HGTV and What Not to Wear and an emotional connection and fixer-upper all in one kind of show.
I have no idea what this is about.
And so basically each 5 guys, there's Jonathan Van Ness, Bobby Burke, Anthony Perovsky, I don't know if I said his last name right, Karamo, and Tan France. Okay, so those are the 5 guys. So Tan is fashion, Bobby is design, Jonathan is grooming, Karamo is culture and fashion, and Anthony is food and wine.
What?
So that's their those are their specialties.
Okay.
So so they go in to a guy. So it's this season is set in Atlanta, Georgia. So they go around Georgia, and they did that on purpose because in New York it's like easy to like remake yourself, and like it's just more accessible. But like in middle country Georgia, it's not. So like they had to like use what was around them. Hello, Nick.
Yo, did you just die when you watched that video, by the way?
I did, but me and Malaika are filming. Say hi to Malaika. So can I call you
Can you
back?
show Malaika the video?
I will when we're done filming.
No, Malaika, promise me you will make her show you the video.
Okay, well, I promise.
Watch it right now.
Alright, bye. Bye.
What is this video?
That's so stupid. I'll show you. So basically all these 5 guys have their 5 specialities, and they go into this guy's house, so it's set in Georgia, like I said. So each episode is a different guy, and they're like people who like love Trump, and there are people who there's a guy who's coming out who's never has coming out to a family member. There's a guy.
Wait, I have a question. So are they like fixing up someone's house or
fixing up their house, trying to teach them how to dress better.
Oh, they're like remaking people.
They're remaking people, and it's honestly like remaking families because like a lot of these people, it's not just like them being affected. It's like they have huge families that are getting like a new house, getting like culture lessons on like one guy had never taken his family to a museum or like out to like see a movie. Like
I gotta watch
like
this.
And it is just it's just fantastic because it's not like they're
good.
trying to change the person into like what their definition of perfect is. They're working with like what the guy is and has and like all his great qualities and just enhancing them.
Okay.
Because like some of these guys, they just like a lot of them are like dads who just like got into the dad rump and like just like, need a little boost and like need confidence. The first episode is the best. It's my favorite.
I've heard a lot about this show. I have a lot of friends who watch the show, and they like in our group chat they like talk about it, and I'm like, guys, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, Malaika, how are you not on this yet? Because I'm usually the one telling.
One of my friends
to
has met
that.
Jonathan. I love her.
Olivia.
Yeah. Hey, Liv. Anyway. Jonathan's my favorite. Jonathan's amazing.
Is he?
He's grooming. He's
is
the one.
okay, no, it's not the one.
He's Jonathan, and then Tan is my second favorite, who's fashion. So in this show, like a lot of the people who are in Georgia, like I haven't been around gay people, and so there's a lot of like acceptance conversations. There's a white cop, and then Karamo have an amazing conversation, and now like our best friends. Karamo is a black gay guy. It is black and gay, and he's amazing.
All these guys are gay?
All those guys are they're all gay. So it's called Queer Eye.
I know, but I didn't know if they snuck like one.
Yeah, no, they're all gay.
That sounded so stupid, like snuck like one. I just meant like, I didn't mean that in a weird way. I just thought maybe there might be one straight one.
Yeah,
sometimes they do that.
They're all just like amazing people, and their chemistry works so well together. Like,
you're really
it's
excited
so
about
good.
this one.
I really like love the show. Like, I got through it, and like it's 8 episodes. It's on Netflix original. It's one you can get through in like 2 days. Like, I'm gonna leave Queer Eye with this. So they said they were in a lot of interviews, the Fab Five, which is what they call themselves. They said the first series of this in 2003 was fighting for tolerance, and now they're fighting for acceptance.
Okay.
So it's just, there's been progress made, but there's still progress to be had. But it's a great show. It's very positive. It'll make you cry some episodes, like how emotional the guys that they're helping fix. Like I don't want to say the word fix. They're helping enhance.
Right.
Because it's really not. It's really, you don't really feel like that at all. You feel like they're really just being enhanced. And they're the same person, just like a little better dressed and like a cuter house.
Yeah, sounds
So
good.
anyway, great
I'm
show.
gonna watch this. I really am. Maybe
Yeah,
this
Queer Eye's on the top of my list.
of like things you love to
Love.
watch.
Love.
Okay, very big switch now because this show is not as cheery at all.
Yes.
This is Shameless. If you haven't heard of it, have you watched?
I have watched the first episode of
Okay.
season 1 of Shameless.
Why did you stop watching?
It was like
Was it too much
I
for you?
really wanted to start watching it because like my cousin Gianna like literally gets on me all the time like, have you watched Shameless? Have you watched Shameless?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a show that I thought me and my boyfriend could watch together. And like he fell asleep during it, so I had to like watch one episode, and like we're also never together because he lives in Gainesville, so we haven't been able to
Okay.
watch it together.
Okay. I just thought I was wondering if the first.
No,
episode
I'm kidding.
turned you off.
No. It didn't turn me off. I liked it. Like it was grungy, and I liked
I
it.
like grungy. Okay, well, so Shameless is about this family that's living in I think they're in Chicago. Very like south side of Chicago, like rough area.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they're very poor. They don't have a lot of money, and basically Fiona, who's played by Emmy Rossum, who I love, kind of takes care of all her younger brothers and sisters because their mom ran off, and their dad, who's played by William H. Macy, whose name is Frank on the show, is just a alcoholic. Like he is like out of control. Like he takes money from his kids. He takes money from everybody. He uses, he manipulates. He sucks. Like you hate him so much, but then when you think he's about to die or something, you don't really want him to die. And the kids always rally behind him to like help him. But the show, I think it's on its like 8th season now.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I think it started in 2011, and that also intimidated me because there's
so many
episodes.
And I have to take breaks. Like I'm not gonna lie, as much as I love this show, I think I'm only on like season 6 because I would watch like a whole season and just like. But yeah, it's really crazy. It's so well acted. It's a bunch of kid actors. Emmy Rossum. Well, she's not a kid, but she's she grows, and everybody grows up in the show because it's been on so long. Her just follows this family trying to make it in like terrible circumstances.
Yeah.
And they basically do anything to get by.
I've also heard it's like funny though. Like,
It's
a dark
funny.
comedy.
It's a dark comedy, but sometimes it's really freaking dark. Like sometimes I'm just like, wow.
Does Emmy Rossum have a kid in it? I thought she did.
I don't think she has a kid in it. She might in the later seasons that I haven't seen.
Okay.
But during the show, she doesn't have a kid in it. Oh, also another thing she kind of has this boyfriend in the first few seasons who
I
keeps
saw
coming
that.
in and out because he loves her, but he sucks. Like he's lying to her about who he is. He's in all this other shit, and he's bringing her and her family into shit. And then he leaves, he comes back. He leaves, he comes back, and you're kind of just like, oh, Steve, can you just get out of here? And then there's the one son who's played by Cameron Monaghan. I can't remember his name in the actual show. He's the redheaded one in the show. He's gay, and he is afraid to come out at first, and then he does come out, and he's dating this guy who's called Mickey in the show, who's nuts, and like that whole relationship. And then there's Monica, who's their mom, who just
so the mom is in the show.
in and out. She's
Okay.
gone. She's the mom is bipolar,
Okay.
and so she left the kids with Frank, who is an alcoholic. So basically, she left them stranded. So Fiona's taking care of them. But in season 1 or 2, she comes back with her now lesbian partner and wants to take the youngest child with her,
Who's how young?
2.
Oh, okay.
And they're all like, hell no, you can't take Liam. I think that's the baby's name. But she tries to take the kid, and I hate that episode, where she's trying to take the kid, and, Fiona's, screaming at her, you can't just, fucking come back in here and try to take him. He doesn't even know you. And, she's trying to convince everybody that she's changed, when she hasn't. She's bipolar. She's unreliable. She tries to kill herself in the episode. Literally, you see, like, it's just like the show sometimes is so much, but it's a great, great show.
I've heard, like, the way my cousin described it, it's a very poor, desperate, dysfunctional family that loves each other.
Exactly, 100%. It's exactly like that. They're like a cult. They'll do anything for each other, but I mean literally anything. Like and then they have this constant person, Frank, their father, who they love so much, but he constantly shits on them. He's constantly like ruining them all the time. He's doing things to sabotage them. He takes from them. He takes them for granted. Then he comes back when he needs something. He leaves when he has what he wants. He's totally absent, but they still love him. So anyway, great show.
So what we've taken from this episode is I'm going to now watch some really depressing shows.
Right.
And Malaika's going to watch some really great funny shows.
Yeah, because I like...
Great depressing shows and then great funny shows.
I like to be upset when I watch TV, apparently. Shameless is
on-
also on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is on Netflix.
That was on HBO.
Well, it's on Showtime, but it's on Netflix now.
Is it?
Well.
Okay, because I think I was watching
Like
it
the
off of
current
Showtime.
season is probably on Showtime.
Gotcha.
But if you're behind, if you've never seen it, you
Watch
can
Netflix.
start from Netflix.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
What shows are you guys obsessed with right now? Let us know if we're missing out on anything.
If there's anything you guys want us to talk about,
Yeah, if
let
there's
us
any
know.
specific shows, we do watch a lot.
Yeah, and we're willing to watch
movies.
more
Yeah.
because we love it.
Yeah.
I already know something we can talk about later.
Okay, good. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next episode.
Bye.
Bye, guys.